Welcome guys and gals to Inside Outside, and today we ride. Hey, it's been quite a long time since I went over this 22 Honda CRF450X that I have, and I have done a lot of modifications on it. And anybody that's thinking about getting an X or already has an X and doesn't know where to turn for the mods, let me go over my bike and see if it's something you're interested in. See if these parts would be something you would like to add to your bike. Let me turn this camera around. This is a 2022 Honda CRF450X. So here we go. I'll go through the whole thing. So here's the bike. Let's do a quick walk around. All right, let me explain some of the stuff that I've done to this. First and foremost, I sent my suspension off to AHM Factory Services. These guys are experts when it comes to the off-road suspension world. They do a lot of the pro Baja dudes and desert racers, and I mean they cover the whole spectrum, but they are phenomenal when it comes to off-road and X's and RLs. And so I have another bike that's a Works Edition 450, and I also have AHM on that, and it's phenomenal. So AHM Factory Service suspension. And let's go from the top here. I only ever use AME grips, full waffle grips, and then I cut off the first two rows, and that allows there not to be a hot spot, when you're doing really long rides, you don't want these ridges causing you blisters. So you take a razor blade and shave those off. That's a pro tip that I learned from Colton Udall, six-time Baja 1000 winner, or six-time Baja champion. So AME grips, full waffle. These things are so sticky and awesome. They add a little bit of suspension to your bike. And then I have this Ram mount shorty mirror. So whenever I get on the highway or the road, I just throw that up. Very nice. Never had an issue with it. Stays locked in place really well. I have ASV quick adjust clutch perch, and this is a shorty handle. I just put this on, and I'm going to tell you, I don't like it. I'd rather have the full handle. This makes the clutch pull a lot harder, and I don't recommend that. But other than that, excellent perch, very well put together. And I have the Tokyo Mods map switch, because I do have a Vortex 10 ECU that's been programmed by Twisted Development. They put some phenomenal maps on this bike, and I absolutely love them. So with this switch, you can switch from either map 1 or map of your choice. So when you put it to map 10, that's the map of your choice, and you preset it on the ECU itself, and then when you put it to that setting, it goes directly to what you set the ECU at. And what I have mine set at is high elevation, because I'm at, right here, I'm about 5,500 to 6,000 feet. Then I also have a Ram mount telephone holder. This thing is great. I have fallen multiple times, and I've never had an issue with my phone. And this little rubber piece really secures the phone on your bike, on the mount. All right, so over here I have the G2 single cable throttle conversion from a stock double cable to a single cable. And you know, I've gotten some slack from that, about this, from some people saying, oh well, you need those two cables. Well, guess what, you don't. You see that beautiful butter? It's awesome. That spring in the inside the throttle body is so strong. You don't need that other cable. I don't even know why they put it on there unless it's a lawsuit thing. I don't know. But I took it off. I do have a G2 quick response throttle tube. I probably should have went with the throttle tamer, especially on this X. But I mean, this throttle tube is butter, man. It is so awesome. I love it. And then I have the G2 full wraparound guards. And that's another thing, you know, when you put full wraparounds, you take away some flex in your handlebars, which adds or takes away from your suspension. But I found that because this bike is so heavy, and I'm a 59-year-old man and I have really short legs, that I fall when I come to a stop and I go to put my foot down. I'll lose my balance and fall, and these things have saved me so much. So I will take the less flex in the handlebars to protect everything else. I really like these. And I slam through trees hard, and these things are solid. All right, let's go to the front. I have the Baja Designs headlight. Super bright. Even when it's daylight, you can see this light. It's wild. You see it if there's a overcast or a shadow, you see the light shining on the ground. Highly recommend. Very good. They make even brighter ones too, so check that out. All right, what else up in the front here? So I have the Tusk impact wheels with the red anodized hubs, and really like them. They were very inexpensive, and so far they have been amazing. I have had no issue with them whatsoever. And on the other side, I have the Golfer two-piece, like the floating rotor, and that is excellent. Makes my brakes very responsive. Really like that add-on. Let's go right down under here. I got the TM Designs Work full skid plate with it goes all the way underneath the linkage, protects the linkage. This is solid. I love that. Very happy with that. Now I have some bling parts that don't really matter. They just look cool. Got the case saver, the Zeta case saver. I got the AS3 clutch cable holder. I got the AS3 oil filter cover. And I do love this. This is a AS3 shifter. And I love it because it's got a big old head on it and it flexes. But I never miss a shift. It's always right there. I have the modified engine hangers, and they give it more flex, being hollowed out, and also in the front, if you can see that, those are titanium motor mounts, and those give them more flex. And on this bike, all the torque settings that have anything to do with the chassis have been reduced to give the bike more compliance and more flex. And it really makes a difference. I went to Colton Udall, and he did a professional bike setup for me. Champion Adventures. I highly recommend these guys. Colton is an absolute genius when it comes to bikes. I've never met anyone that can ride so good and work on bikes so well. Like, the guy is the most meticulous mechanic I've ever met. I love that guy. So anyways, he reset all the torque values to a lesser value that had anything to do with the chassis. And it definitely makes a difference. Down here, I have the core, the IMS Core Enduro foot pegs. And these are a 1/2 inch lower and a 1/2 inch back that opens up the cockpit more. Really like that change. I feel like when I go to stand up, it's not as far of a stand. And even though I'm a short-legged guy, I like it. Got the attack frame graphics, grip tape. Something major, a couple major things we've done is this motor, Colton Udall put the RX cam mod in here. And he also put a Steely 7-ounce flywheel on the bike. And that flywheel helps it lug more. You can put it in a higher gear and lug and not stall. And it really smooths the power out. I absolutely love that mod. And the cam just gives it that R grunt, that power. This bike will get it on, even though it's heavy. This bike rips. So come back here, and we have the DID 520 ERVT gold chain. Love it. 8400 tensile strength. I believe it's 8400. Got the Zeta chain guide, super sprox, rear sprocket. Actually, no, I think that's a Renthal on the front. But my gearing, to let you guys know, is a 1452. And that setup seems to be really good. I like that. Come around this side, I have the full Yoshimura R4 exhaust system, and I took the inside core out, the insert out, and it really opens it up and lets it breathe more. Definitely a good mod. It's obviously louder, but man, the bike it doesn't feel choked up whatsoever. I like that a lot. Back here, once again, Tusk impact wheels, anodized hubs, golfer rotors. Got the Tusk full brake carrier and rotor guard. It's all built into one. Then the AS3 caliper guard. And so let's talk about the wheels and tires. So talked about the wheels, but I have the Battlecross X40 on the back. It's a Bridgestone, and I have Nitro Moose. I have Nitro Mooses in the tires, and swear by that. I never think at all about getting flats or anything. And this tire setup, there's another Colton Udall tip is, so it's the Bridgestone Battlecross X40, which is a hard terrain tire on the back, but on the front it's the X31, also a Bridgestone Battlecross, and it's a soft terrain tire. And I'll tell you, that setup is just amazing. Like I feel very comfortable on these tires, and both of course have mooses in them. So we'll go over here, and I have the Tusk Racing silicone radiator hoses, and the AS3 brake pedal with the AS3. I forgot what that stupid little thing's called. It's all bling crap, but looks cool. Let's see what else is. Oh, another thing from Champion Adventures in Colton Udall is the coolant delete kit. It's actually like a thermostat delete kit, but it also removes all the emission bullshit and really opens this bike up. When you buy this bike stock, it's so choked off, it's not even funny. When I first got it, I thought I made the biggest mistake of my life, and then I bought that coolant delete kit from Champion Adventures, and all of a sudden this bike was a real bike. So this is a must. There's 3 musts on this: coolant delete, full exhaust, vortex, or some kind of ECU that gives you different maps. Okay. Also, I have the Renthal 999 bin bars. They're the twin walls, but I actually removed the crossbar so that I get flex. Now, what Colton does is he leaves the crossbar on and he cuts the crossbar in half and then puts the pad back on. But I took the crossbar completely off, and I have a one-piece Mojo handlebar clamps, so I get less twist in my bars. I really like that upgrade. Having separate handlebar mounts, I'm not a big fan of that at all. It seems like no matter what, they're always twisted out of place. Okay, trying to think of anything else major on here. I've pretty much done every mod you can do to this thing, other than some like specialized motor stuff, and I'm not real big on that, other than I did do the cam and the flywheel, but it's a stock motor, stock cylinder, piston, all that. Oh yeah, and then Decal Works did all my graphics, and I have a company. The main company is called Twisted Wrist Racing, but I do business under todayweride.com, and so that's what that's all about. At Today We Ride, we do adventure rides. You can book a ride through me, and I'll take you on some really badass guided rides. And I got the Decal Works gripper seat. Oh yeah, the IMS 3-gallon tank. I do have a Motion Pro or whatever it is, hour meter right there. I bought some steel braided red brake lines from AS3. I really like them, look cool. I started polishing my triple clamps. I just haven't taken the time to finish them up. You want to get rid of this press mark and all this stuff, so I started, but I never took the time to finish. That's something I got to do. I think that's it, guys. I would tell you, this bike is phenomenal, and it's never let me down. It's heavy. It is definitely heavy. But, one other thing, major thing. I put a full Henson clutch in it, and that is awesome. Very good. Like, when you want the power, it's there now. So, full Henson clutch. But, yeah, this bike is never let me down, and it's just phenomenal. Everything that now, I will tell you, I put a lot of money into this thing. There's not a whole lot more you can do to it, and it's probably the first bike. Well, I know it's the first bike I've ever gone all out on like this. I'm going to tell you, it's worth every penny, because this bike is phenomenal. Suspension, chassis, motor, everything about it is just, it's the way you wish a bike was. You start it up. Getting ready to do a really killer ride, and we're going to work on some single track because I'm working on a trail to be a part of my guided tours that goes from Prescott to Phoenix, and one that goes from Prescott to Wickenburg. And this is a trail system that nobody knows about. It's something new, so it should be pretty cool. Well, I hope in some way that helped you, give you some ideas for your X. I remember when I first bought it, bone stock, and I was like, holy crap, what do I do? Well, I went all out. And it's been a couple years now of building this bike the way I want it, and I'm very happy. If you have any questions, just leave a note in the comments, and I'm pretty quick at responding. I love to help people out, and if you would like and share and subscribe, and really appreciate it. I work very hard at all this, and I would love for people, for the word to get out, and so I can help more people. All right, guys, thank you. Inside Outside 73, and today we ride. Later.